Last we left off, you discovered the fate of Trouston after his daring leap from the eye-catcher. He plunged into the depths of the sea and had a brief, mystical encounter with his gods. Awakening on a nearby shore, he found himself in a hut, only to be rudely dismissed by an old man with ink on his hands. Feeling a burning sensation on his arms and upper back, Trouston made his way to Waterdeep. Upon reuniting with all of you at the tavern, it became clear that this burning was due to a fresh, mysterious tattoo. Meanwhile, Hezik continued to train his pet crow. Karl spent the morning meticulously packing for the journey north. With preparations complete, the party set off towards the harbor and boarded the Frostskimmer, beginning their voyage to the sea of moving ice. But not before Hezik presented Homer, Karl's pet rat, a suit of fur and leather armor. Off the shores of Neverwinter, a whirlpool caught your attention. Trouston bravely went to investigate, with Karl transforming into a shark to follow. They were drawn by the shimmer of treasure, but encountered a giant octopus. The octopus wrapped its tentacles around Karl, attempting to crush him. Karl and his great shark form bit down hard on one of the tentacles. Trouston dove in with his saber, slashing through this underwater giant foe. Together, they drove the octopus into retreat past his ink and secured the treasure. Hezik called for the ship to turn back towards his friends. The giant shark attempted to jump onto the ship, transform into his human form, and cause some damage on the way, but the loot was secured. The Frostskimmer pushed forward, now entering the sea of moving ice. That night, the Frostskimmer was ambushed by sanguine fishmen. Trouston heroically used his ever-smoking bottle and delivered a powerful blow from the crow's nest. Amidst the chaos, Karl, struck by an enemy, unleashed a hellish rebuke, causing a column of fire to ignite the ship. As the tide seemed to turn in favor of the buds, a giant sanguine joined the fray. After obscuring himself in smoke and flames, Trouston leapt into the water and extinguished himself, while Hezik held his ground against several enemies. Karl uses magic to transform the giant fishman into a turtle. Critically failing his attempt to hawk a loogie on the turtle, Hezik almost choked on his tongue, but instead ripped something in his mouth and started bleeding badly. The buds then cleverly ensnared the turtle in a web of fish nets, and Trouston launched it overboard towards the moon. The fall transformed the turtle back into its original form, killing the giant fishman upon impact as it was squeezed through the net. Deciding to rest, the crew anchored the Frostskimmer onto the ice. Late at night, Karl, while stargazing, saw a familiar comet, the same one present when Hezik was struck by a meteor. Hezik, recalling a final dose of mysterious drugs, consumed it and sensed something in the distance. As the drugs took effect, Hezik felt a strange pull and walked out into the icy expanse. In the distance, he saw faint figures moving. Curiosity piqued. He walked closer and realized they were polar bears. The drug's effects intensified, distorting his perception and blending the bears with the icy landscape in surreal patterns. The experience was both mesmerizing and unsettling. As dawn broke, hunters on dog sleds were spotted. An attempt to chase them was unsuccessful, but undeterred, you ventured into the ice. After a tedious search, Karl sent a message to clarify your direction. Finally, what you were searching for was located: a massive iceberg island with jagged peaks and a harbor. Prepare yourself, buds, for the next leg of your adventure promises even more challenges and discoveries.